You're driving past a truck stop at midnight. Rows of massive rigs sit under dim, distant lights. Engines that carried them for hundreds of miles now hum softly in the silence. Everything feels paused, like the entire place has been put on hold. And somewhere in the back of your mind, a simple question appears. Why is that man sleeping inside a truck when there's a hotel just across the road? At first, it feels like a strange choice, maybe even a sad one. But the truth is, it's not really a choice at all. And by the time this video ends, you'll realize you've been watching one of the most precisely engineered systems in the world every time you pass places like this without ever noticing it. Welcome to Ordinary, where we uncover the hidden systems behind the everyday world, and it starts with something most people don't even know exists. There is a federal law in the United States, and similar systems exist in many other countries, that strictly controls how truck drivers operate. It defines exactly when they can drive, how long they can stay on the road, and when they must stop. There are no exceptions, no flexibility, and no room for personal adjustment. A driver can operate for up to 11 hours, but only after completing 10 consecutive hours of full rest. After 8 hours of driving, a mandatory 30-minute break is required. And the entire weekly driving cycle only resets after 34 continuous hours off duty. These are not just written rules on paper, they are actively enforced in real time, because every modern commercial truck is connected to a device called an electronic logging device, or ELD. A small system hardwired directly into the engine that tracks everything automatically. Every ignition, every mile, every stop, every minute, and it doesn't negotiate, it doesn't accept excuses. The moment that off-duty window begins, the truck is parked, full stop. So when you see a truck sitting in a rest area at 2 o'clock in the morning, that driver isn't there by preference. The clock has simply run out. And that truck cannot legally move again until the required reset is complete. A hotel doesn't even enter the equation, because in most cases, the driver never had the option to go searching for one in the first place. But even then, another question comes up. If the driver has to stop anyway, why stay inside the truck? Why not walk over to a motel just 500 meters away? Because that question assumes something that isn't actually true, that a motel is automatically the better option. In reality, modern long-haul trucks come in two configurations. A day cab, which is just the seat and controls, built for regional routes where drivers return home every night. And then there's the sleeper cab, and this is where things become genuinely impressive. Behind the driver's seat is a complete living space, a bunk stretching 6 to 8 feet long, roughly the size of a twin bed in a New York City apartment, built-in storage cabinets across the walls, a mini fridge, power inverters running a TV, laptop, fan, and even a coffee maker, memory foam mattresses in premium setups, and acoustic insulation that blocks highway noise better than many apartment walls. Now, when you actually run the comparison, the picture changes. A highway motel can cost anywhere from $80 to $150 a night, but a fully loaded semi-truck stretches up to 70 feet in length. Most hotel parking lots were never designed for vehicles of that size, built for cars like a Toyota Camry, not long-haul rigs. Finding legal overnight parking near a hotel alone can take 1 to 2 hours, time that comes directly out of a driver's already limited rest window. Then you add check-in delays, hallway noise, and the possibility of being woken up at 3 a.m. in a place that has no understanding of your schedule. Drivers who have spent 10 or 20 years on the road don't describe the cab as a compromise. They describe it as home. Their entire setup is already there, and their entire routine is built around it. Nobody has a key to this life. The cab isn't something they're stuck with. In most cases, it's what they've built their routine around, what they would choose anyway. But then there's a number that changes how you see everything. Cargo theft in the United States alone is estimated at around $35 billion every year. And it doesn't happen randomly. Professional thieves study patterns. They monitor specific truck stops. They track refrigerated trailers carrying high-value goods. And they know exactly how long a driver is legally forced off duty, because that window becomes their opportunity. An empty cab at a rest area isn't just a parked vehicle. In their eyes, it's an open invitation. From the moment a driver takes responsibility for a loaded trailer, that cargo becomes their legal responsibility. Medical supplies, electronics, frozen food, pharmaceuticals, it doesn't matter what's inside. If something goes wrong while the driver is resting nearby, the chain of responsibility leads straight back to them. That's why sleeping inside the cab isn't about comfort. It's about custody. It's about staying within a few feet of a load that cannot be left unattended without risk. The driver is often just 30 feet away from everything they're responsible for, and that distance is exactly the point. And this is the part most people never connect to their daily life. The box of strawberries sitting in your refrigerator in January likely traveled nearly 1,800 miles inside a temperature-controlled trailer running at around 34 degrees Fahrenheit the entire way. Somewhere along that journey, the driver spent a night parked in a truck stop in Oklahoma. Cab dark. Engine idling low. Alarm set for early morning departure. And every delivery promise you see online, from next-day shipping to 2-day guarantees, is built on systems reverse-engineered around these driving and rest cycles. Logistics software doesn't just track where a truck is. It tracks when time runs out. Even that empty strip of asphalt behind your local Walmart isn't wasted space. Walmart allows overnight truck parking as a deliberate supply chain decision. The trucks sitting there in the dark are often the same ones that will roll straight to the loading dock just a few hours later and restock shelves before the store even opens. Across the United States, there are around 313,000 designated truck parking spaces for roughly 3.5 million drivers. On peak nights, legal parking fills up before midnight. That leaves drivers with no real option but to keep moving until every legal space is gone. Some end up on highway entrance ramps, others in the far corners of big box store parking lots, simply because the clock has expired and there is nowhere else left to go. So the next time you pass a dark sleeper cab at a rest stop, it's not someone who couldn't afford a hotel room. It's a driver often 900 miles from home, legally required to be exactly where they are at that moment, protecting a load that will likely be on a store shelf before you wake up. The truck doesn't really stop in the way people imagine. It rests for a while, and then it moves again. And that quiet cycle is what keeps the entire system running behind everyday life. If you want to understand the hidden logic behind the world around you, you're in the right place. Thank you for watching. If you have ideas for the next episode, share them in the comments below. We'll make sure to acknowledge your contributions in future videos. Thank you for joining us on this journey through ordinary. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories hidden inside the everyday world.